Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the start of session 2 of the first ever BSN TEDx event. Our next TED speaker is another BSN student. His passion for technology, specifically video games, has inspired him and has motivated him to come talk to you all today. He always enjoys a good challenge, and no matter how hard things seem to get, he will always try and reach the end goal. It's my pleasure to introduce you all to Gavriliu.
Video games. They've been here for decades, since 1958, and we still judge them as one of the bad things in our society. That they're addictive, expensive, even violent, and that they can't teach. And that bears with it the stereotype of an obese person living in their parents' basement. But none of that couldn't be further from the truth. All of these are assumptions created by many societies in order to demote video games. Video games can teach. First, I would like to bring to light Shigeru Miyamoto, creator of Super Mario Bros. He invented what people call the learning curve. Basically, the learning curve is how you learn to play a game. So, let's begin. You start the game. You're on the far left of the screen. All this open space, giving you a sense of where to go. You move. You hit the middle of the screen. You start to pan. The camera starts to pan with you. Suddenly, a Goomba appears. You don't know what to do, and you touch it. You die. Luckily, there's not much of a penalty, so you can start over again. You go, you move. This time, knowing to jump over the Goomba, but you accidentally hit one of the blocks above you. A coin pops out. Yay, coins! Let's hit all the blocks, yeah! Mushroom. You instinctively move to the side, but the mushroom bounces off a cleverly placed pipe. It touches you, but you grow bigger, stronger, less vulnerable to attacks. And like that, you've learned all the mechanics of Mario. Yay! Another thing we learn is challenge. It teaches us to avoid the wrong challenges and to take the right ones. For example, when you start a game, you never think, oh, I'm going to beat that final boss with nothing on me. You don't even have experience, weapons, anything. You're just going to be slaughtered. It teaches you to get better and then prepare yourself for the actual challenge ahead. Rather than taking a silly challenge, it helps you to avoid and take the right challenges. Another thing it does is it trains your frontal cortex and your left frontal eye lobe. Now, the frontal eye lobe corresponds with hand-eye coordination. The frontal cortex is practically our CPU, where we make and process all the information. It's where we make our decisions. Now, the left frontal eye lobe corresponds to controllers. So when we're playing a video game, we almost never look at our controllers. That's because the left frontal eye has already mapped every single button on your controller. So it's all up to the frontal cortex to get the right input and click the right button, giving you all the movements within succession. Some video games are so fast that all these movements are like reflex. I play Sonic Unleashed, and I have to do this within milliseconds. Now, our final point, the end goal, the satisfaction. When we complete a challenge, we as humans love the satisfaction. We crave that final feeling, to have those bragging rights, to have that feeling. But then when we do it again, it makes the journey all the more fun. It's amazing. We crave it. But nowadays, there are people who have jobs that they can't even care less. They're only doing it so they can sustain their life, so they can keep their families happy. And no one really wants to do something they don't like to do. But video games give us this crave for the journey, crave for the satisfaction in the end. And if we could make life and work just as fun, then video games will be the best thing we've ever played in life. Thank you.
What are you doing?
I'm dancing.
But why?
Don't you know our next performance is a dance performance?
Yeah, but that's not an excuse for you to dance.
Everybody stand up.
No,
Come on, everybody. On your feet. Okay. Come on. Now, put your arm out like this. Then put your other arm out like this. And turn to the side. And do the robot. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I apologize for my colleagues' behavior. Anyway, hopefully our next performance will be a lot more skilled than you, Lucas.